Good morning, everyone. Welcome to this early morning press conference here in Davos. We're very proud to present to you where we've arrived to this stage with our innovation platform, our SDG innovation platform, UpLink. I'm Olivier Schwab. I'm in charge of digital innovation at the World Economic Forum. UpLink is a platform that we launched in 2020 with the idea of enabling impact entrepreneurs that are active in the SDG space, to scale, to have access to capital, to have access to an ecosystem which allows them to grow and to scale. To date, we've raised 37 million Swiss francs through the platform since 2020. And I'm joined here by some of the founding partners and funding partners of the UpLink project, and we'll describe a little bit what the future, where we've arrived, and what the future vision for UpLink is. We're also very proud to announce that we're launching our impact report here at the annual meeting, and we'll go over that after we've heard from the speakers, and I'll mention some of the highlights. But first, we have on the panel Suzanne DiBianca, Chief Impact Officer of Salesforce. You're one of the early partners in this adventure. Kwesi Mitchell, Global Chief Purpose and DI Officer, Deloitte, equally engaged since the beginning in this UpLink adventure. Nidhi Pant, co-founder S4S Technologies. You're one of the impact entrepreneurs. Sarah Chapman, Chief Sustainability Officer, Manulife, and Sundar Mahalingam, President Strategy, HCL, both HCL and Manulife, some of the funding partners of UpLink. So maybe I'll start with you, Suzanne. Sorry. I'll start with you, Suzanne. You're one of the funding partners of UpLink. How do you see UpLink evolving in the future? And specifically, why did Salesforce get involved in the first place? And we hear Mark talking of an ecopreneur revolution. So can you tell us what that is?
Sure, and thank you, Olivier, for having me here today. I'm incredibly proud of the work of UpLink over the last 4 years. And, like you, we saw this need, these incredible people all over Davos, but really that we came across throughout the whole year. And connecting them to each other was critical. And we saw a real opportunity with the forum to build a platform which connected all the stakeholders, from governments to NGOs to venture investors to corporates, et cetera. And so, that's really why we got engaged. And the ecopreneur revolution is really what we're seeing. Incredible entrepreneurs, of which you'll hear from some today, and hopefully you've heard from some throughout the week, and we'll continue to, really driving change, climate change in particular, through incredible solutions and innovation. So I'm really excited and impressed. I had a dinner with 20 innovators last night, and it was probably my favorite event of the week, to really just see the power and energy that's happening. Just a little context from Salesforce. So we had the opportunity to found UpLink along with our partners Deloitte and WEF about 4 years ago. We've given over 10 million in kind and cash contributions to the effort. In terms of where we're going, I'm really excited about a recent grant that we've given, which includes the opportunity to expand through venture partners. And, we see investors who are looking for, great entrepreneurs, of which UpLink has become one of the best platforms to source some of those deals for them. So incredibly excited to get the venture community engaged, the impact investment community in particular. And we've also supported 9 of the UpLink challenges, everything from nature and trees to oceans and blue carbon. The Trillion Tree Challenge, which is something that is very close to my heart. There's a number of innovators here in that space. Rebecca Braswell, who founded an organization called Land Life, working to restore degraded lands, and Diego Saez, who's the founder of Pachama and a good friend of mine, who's using remote sensing technology and AI to monitor these forest projects, are just a few examples of some of the ecopreneurs that are here this week at Davos. And I'll just say, yesterday here at Davos, we announced the Sustainable Aviation Fuel Challenge in partnership with the First Movers Coalition and John Kerry's effort to bring together stakeholders to take a couple key areas and drive change. Air travel represents 2% of global greenhouse gas emissions, and we really need to innovate in that space. So the challenge was really a partnership between industry leaders like Airbus and Breakthrough Energy and Boom Supersonic, Deloitte, of course, was at the table, JetBlue, Qantas, etc. And we've got some great entrepreneurs here, I would just say, to look out for. One being an organization called Intertech, which is building in Frankfurt the world's largest production plant of e-fuels in the future. And another example is Beyond Aero, which is a small aircraft, and it's designed to reach short-term range while emitting zero carbon at all. And then the last thing I'll say is we are very excited tomorrow to bring something that we call the Dream Pitch here to Davos, which is, think of it sort of like a Shark Tank for climate. And so we've got great judges, we've got incredible entrepreneurs that'll be there tomorrow. So we invite you to join us for that in the SDG chat in the morning.
Thank you, Suzanne. And you really underscore sort of one of the key aspects of UpLink, which is to bring together early stage entrepreneurs with great ideas and technologies with big established players looking at massive systemic challenges like sustainable aviation fuel. So fantastic. Thank you. I'm going to turn to Kwesi from Deloitte. You've been with us since the beginning as well. And Deloitte's very much active in building sustainable and equitable cities. And you've worked on the YesFS challenge for the city of San Francisco. Can you tell us a little bit about that and how UpLink was conducive to that initiative?
Of course, and as Suzanne said in her phenomenal comments, really we saw UpLink as a platform for driving collective action. So not only do you have phenomenal partners such as Salesforce and others, but you're also in a position where you get to meet great entrepreneurs and innovators, and simultaneously have this phenomenal means by which you can engage different parts of other communities. So from a collective action standpoint, as we looked across, our recovery post the pandemic, we wanted to do something truly unique, and that was, let's have a place-based challenge, the first of its kind with respect to UpLink in the city of San Francisco, a city that's near and dear to so many of us, as I know it is to you, Suzanne, and Salesforce more broadly. But looking at such a great city, and how can we bring innovation back downtown and focus on sustainable solutions that can be provided and really scaled. And so what was beautiful about what took place with respect to YesSF was not only the sourcing of the innovations, but a collection and a community that we built around the innovators. Not only with collaborators such as Salesforce, obviously the WEF, in addition to that city, and also the San Francisco Chamber of Commerce. So collectively, you bring these anchor partners together and also add to that over 20 other collaborators simultaneously, puts you in a phenomenal position to create an environment around these innovators to truly bring innovative and economic growth back to downtown San Francisco. Now, what has us truly excited is about the success that we've had thus far, that now that we're in a position to move forward with another 2-year commitment to expand the work that we've done with YesSF, continue our journey with respect to San Francisco, and really determine if there is a playbook at which we can take sustainable solutions and really drive urban transformation in so many other cities, not only within the US, but around the world. So without UpLink and the ability of this platform to bring so many great things together, I cannot think of any other way that this truly would have been possible.
Fantastic. And we certainly hope to scale that model as we go forward. Nidhi, I'm going to turn to you. You're the founder of S4S, one of our entrepreneurs here on the panel. Can you tell us a little bit what you're doing and how you expect to benefit from this platform, which is UpLink?
Yes. S4S stands for Science for Society. We work at this intersection of agriculture, energy, access, and gender. Untimely rains, heat waves is causing 25 to 30% of total produce of smallholder farmers to be of lower grade. This lower grade produce gets lower price in the market. It's just cosmetically damaged but nutritionally intact. So at S4S, we convert this imperfect, ugly produce to value-added products, to food ingredients, by helping smallholder farmers become processors. So we help them create small farm factories so that they can process this produce. This is completely solar powered. So we first give them the right technology. These could be dehydrators, grain millers, biomass-based milk evaporators. We then also, whatever they make, do quality assurance and collect it to large off-takers like food MNC companies like Nestle, Sodexo, etc. So in this way, our impact is in three ways, which is first, we prevent the food from getting wasted. We help farmers earn an assured additional income. It doubles down their household income. And also, we democratize food processing for smallholder farmers by giving them the right technology. Platforms like UpLink has been very catalytic to our growth. When we were part of the UpLink network, we were working with 1,000 farmers. Today, we work with 300,000 farmers. We were a 50-member team. Today, we are a 200-member team. And we got a great community. We with a fellow entrepreneurs. It was very challenging for us to work with large food companies, but there was someone who was already working, so we got the right connection. We got also great funding opportunities, so we have also raised more than $10 million in capital. Also, as an entrepreneur, we feel a lot more confident because we can rely on UpLink for everything, whether it is our go-to-market, our funding, or any organizational development needs. So it's been really very catalytic in our growth.
Thank you. I'm going to turn to Sarah. Sarah, you're starting your second challenge with UpLink. The first one was on the forest economy, and now you're tackling the topic of longevity. So we're going from sort of climate and nature to health. Of course, everything is interconnected, but can you tell us a little bit what your expectations are and why innovation in this space is important?
Absolutely. And let me just say, Nidhi is the reason, a great example of the reason that we are all here. It is this type of entrepreneurship and innovative ideas that, at Manulife, we are all in to engage on. So for Manulife, I'll talk briefly about the two challenges that we ran this year. We are the largest institutional manager of timberland in the world. And so for us, we are at the front row of the devastating impacts of biodiversity and nature loss in our asset classes that we're seeing. So we ran two challenges this past year in 2023 and sourced ultimately 21 incredible forest-based solutions. Things like harvesting with drones, woodland robots, as well as interesting detoxifying wood treatments. So a phenomenal example of, again, innovative solutions that frankly we need for our business and the asset classes and the investments that Manulife is making in forest-based solutions. As we think about human health and longevity, we know that people are living longer, and yet they're living less years in good health. That is an absolutely critical issue for us as a global life and health insurance company. And so this multi-year, multi-million-dollar commitment and partnership with UpLink is really designed to help shape the future of health, thinking about longevity at the center of, frankly, both the health for our planet and the health for people. it would be remiss of me not to acknowledge, again, from a longevity perspective, that the Forum has released the Longevity Economy Principles report released earlier this week that, again, is the sort of, again, the principles that stand behind why longevity, and again, the UpLink connection here being the critical innovations that we know are going to be needed to address this issue that we have moving forward. So we're pleased to be involved.
Thank you. Thank you, Sarah. Sundar, HCL was also involved from the very beginning, looking at, let's call them aquapreneurs, entrepreneurs involved in the water space. So can you tell us a little bit where we are today since we started a few years ago, and where you see this going?
Thanks, Olivier, and thank you for having me here. So again, just quick context. So at HCL, we decided to look at the water space. I think it's something which is very important, but not so much part of the conversation. So we felt it was important. And when we looked at the space, it was important to look at the entrepreneurs in the space and see what we can do to help them. So one of the key reasons we looked at UpLink, and it's been a very nice journey, is the key part of the water challenge is the fact that it's a very local problem. So when you're looking at solutions for the globe, you need to look at global solutions. So UpLink is a place where you could, and I mean, our first challenge we chose 10 people, and they came from 8 different countries. So I mean, there's no better way of talking about globalization than a channel like UpLink. The second thing that, say, UpLink gave our people, or is giving our people, our aquapreneurs, is the access, right? Nidhi, for example, is here, I mean, and she's mentioned how she's grown. So this is access, and she's got visibility. People are seeing her. So that's a fabulous value that I think this brings along. And finally, lots of people, there's a fair amount of investments that come in. And I understand, we did the Aquapreneur Challenge last year, and we chose 10 aquapreneurs. That they have raised about $55 million in grants and venture capital in the last 1 year itself. So it speaks volumes of the power that a platform like UpLink can bring. And so we're very happy with this. Thank you, John, Olivier, and all of you.
Oh, fantastic. Yeah, I mean, this is certainly one of the effects as well, is to give these entrepreneurs visibility, and we've had millions of venture capital flow into them as a result of that. We're very proud to announce our annual impact report. And I'll let you go through it. It's available. But just a few data points that are in the report. In the realm of nature-based solutions, UpLink innovators have collectively managed the restoration of over, almost 500,000 hectares of land. Across oceans, over 23,000 metric tons of marine waste was collected, and then over 10,000 metric tons of waste collected on land by some of the innovators. And then the aquapreneurs, which we just mentioned, have collectively treated over 350 million liters of wastewater. So it's really about bringing visibility and capital to those entrepreneurs which are very local, as you said, Sundar, which are doing the work on the ground, and we're definitely hoping to scale that. Today, only 5% of impact investing goes to early stage entrepreneurs, but that's where we see a tremendous opportunity, and so we're very excited to continue on this journey. We're very excited to announce where we arrived since 2022, where this was just an idea, and I'd like to thank our partners and our entrepreneurs on the panel. We have time for some questions. If you have any, please stay on the topic. And okay, no questions. In that case, we can close the session. Thank you very much.
Thank you.